This video found you because you think you are behind in life, and that couldn't be further from the truth. You have a lot in front of you. You have so much in front of you actually that you don't even know where to start. So the message for you is start somewhere. Doesn't even matter where. Start with whatever makes you feel comfortable. Or, for those of you who have felt like you were stuck in a rut, start with whatever makes you the most uncomfortable. This is a message here. I feel like it's gonna be half and half. Half of you feel like you are stuck, frozen, constantly procrastinating, constantly wondering, debating what the best course of action is for hours and hours and days and weeks, and for some of you, months. It's been months since you've done anything. You want to build your dream. You want to build your own reality. However, you don't have a perfect vision of what that reality looks like. And so it makes you feel even more stuck because you don't even know what you want to create. So if you don't even have the beginning, what do you do? And the answer to that is, like I said, anything. Anything that puts you back into motion. And then the other side of you, the other half of you, feel like you're rushing, like you're constantly running out of time. And you feel like no matter what you do, you gotta do it quickly, you gotta do a lot of it at once, and you have to torture yourselves to expend as much energy and effort as possible, because otherwise you feel like you don't deserve it, you're not worth it. And if it comes easy, it may, but it doesn't come easy to people like you. For some reason, there's a limiting belief around who gets to live a sweet life and who doesn't. And a lot of you in this reading, you have a problem with perfectionism. You tiptoe through life the same way you tiptoe around people. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are people pleasers, or your primary response to threats is fawning. So try to make yourself small, trying to fit into a certain dynamic. You likely change your personality to match the vibration and the moods of the people you come in contact with. And a lot of you will probably have a hard time defining who you are and who you want to be and where you want to go, because for the most part of your life you've never had to deal with that. You could never sit with yourself and ask yourself what you want to do, because that was dangerous. And that's exactly what makes this situation difficult for you. You are faced with uncertainty, everything being a possibility, everything being an option. And because you have nobody to restrict you, because you have nobody to control you, to tell you what you should be doing and what's safe, because you don't know what the safe way is and the safe behavior, and because there's no predictability, you feel stuck. You feel frozen in time, frozen in place. And I feel like for a lot of you, the message here is to do whatever you can to leave that past behind, and the only thing here to do is literally just take action towards something, anything, no matter how perfect or imperfect it turns out. Most likely it's gonna turn out imperfect, which is fine. But you need to prove to yourself that imperfect is fine. You need to let your nervous system feel that imperfect is safe, okay? And I feel like what's getting in the way here a lot for you is your emotions. You act a lot based on how you feel, and you act very little based on your intuition, because your intuition is telling you to go, it's telling you to do something. There's clearly ideas and opportunities for you to make your life richer, to work towards something There's an objective you have that maybe you haven't started yet. And there's a lot of fertile land for you to plant those ideas into reality, to ground them, right? A lot of you might be finding peace, and you might feel attracted somehow to ancient Egyptian mythology we have not here, which in this case comes with a message of fertility. So this is telling me that whatever you want to ground, you are being divinely supported to do so. And what is stopping you is being stuck in an illusion of what life is about. That's not even yours, and it actually contradicts your intuition. It contradicts what you feel. It doesn't feel like it flows. It feels stagnant. It feels like it's blocking your expression. You can't talk the way you want to talk. You can't dress the way you want to dress. When you're alone, it might be easy. When you're by yourself, you might be like, next time I go out with such and such, I'll act this way. Next time I'm in XYZ situation, I'll act in ABC way. But when the time comes, that person comes, that situation comes, you act the same way you've done before, which is, to put simply, unfair to yourself and untrue to yourself. You put on the mask once again. You fall back onto your own coping mechanisms. The devil here is an illusion of reality, an illusion of control, and an addiction to your old stories and your old circumstances. And what you need to do is let that die. The Mobius archetype here talks about the perpetual cycle of death and rebirth. And it's only through you leaving the past behind you and starting new that you're going to overcome this, because you're still acting based on those past beliefs and coping mechanisms. And I feel like you do know better, because the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Daggers, you know that this is a limiting belief. You know this is a self-defeating mechanism that you're employing. But for some reason, because it feels and it paints this illusion of safety, it feels safe, but it's an illusion, it's a comfort zone. It's hard for you to break it. And once again, the only way through it is, the only way out is through, basically. You cannot run away from doing the scary thing, the new thing. This Mountain archetype says it as well. There's an obstacle in front of you. There's a big journey in front of you. You might not even know what to do, where to start, where you're going. And you're just being told to take that first step. And then take the next step. Because the next step is always going to be visible to you. The entire stairway, not so much. But the very next step is always going to be visible. And it's the only thing you need to focus on. And matter of fact, because you have such an overactive mind, you don't need to know the whole journey. You don't need to see the whole stairway. You just need to see the next step, and it's actually a protection set in place by the universe. Because if you knew the whole way, you would overthink so much that you would never get started. But they're only showing you the next step, and they're telling you, don't be afraid to take this challenge, and trust that you're going to be able to take it. And you're also going to be able to take the next one after that and the next one after that when it's being shown to you. And I feel like your mind also has this tendency of painting things to be a lot worse than they actually are. Literally making mountains out of molehills, right? And your mind literally plays tricks on you. It's a matter of trickery. It's a matter of deception here. Yeah, you've definitely been deceived, and I feel like your nervous system is working against you, which is how you need to start. You need to start with your nervous system and showing it that everything that you are about to do is safe. But the only way you're gonna do that is through repetition. Because through repetition, your nervous system is gonna learn that novelty, doing something out of your comfort zone, is fine. It's not harmful, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And you can call it repetition and like neuroplasticity, right? Or you can call it what is that type of therapy called? Exposure therapy. Whatever it is, it's like there's no way out but through, and you just gotta have guts. Work through the fear, do it anyways, and get out on the other side prouder than ever and ready to face the next challenge with a little bit less effort this time, because it's not taking a toll on your mental energy as much as it did before, because you've already done something hard and you build resilience that way through through doing hard things. You're building resilience. You're showing yourself that you can take challenging times, and you can take problems and find solutions for them, and you become assertive. And then when you've built a little bit on these values, on these characters, then you're gonna be able to forge a path too. You're not gonna be so hesitant about where you want to go. It's gonna become clearer and clearer with every step, every obstacle you overcome, where you're meant to go and what you're meant to do. So right now, you don't need to figure out what you need to do. If you feel lost, you don't need to know where you're going. You just need to step on the next step, no matter what that is. Whatever takes you out of your comfort zone at this point. All right. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And you can also find me on TikTok with the same name of this channel. All right, bye. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.